Now, how do you get the work? So I showed you the profile part. Now I'm going to talk about the proposal part. There are two parts, right? Profile and proposal. Without this, you don't stand a chance. Don't put your CV up like you put up as a law student or a lawyer, and expect that people will understand. I've got 8 years of experience in all forms of contract drafting work. I can do this agreement, that agreement, give me work. Like, no, don't do that. You have to actually explain what the problem is. How will you do the work? What's the pain point? Okay. So I've showed you how Upwork works. Now there are some steps to create a profile. Okay, this is a lot of mehnat. When I was trying to create a sample profile, I was finding I did it on my mobile. So I'm going to show you some screenshots of what it looks like when you create a profile. You have to choose your services for each profile. So Upwork allows you to create custom CVs. What's a custom CV? If you want IP law work, you can have a separate profile. If you want contract work, regular contracts work, it will be a separate profile. Okay, criminal family law, I'm not saying you should do, because there the law is going to get territorial, jurisdiction specific. Paralegal you can tick. Okay, so this is when I was creating something on IP. Okay, then it will ask you all these questions: hourly rate, details, Upwork service fees written 20%. Then they'll ask you to write your description and all of that. So you have to think what will make people give me work. You have to experiment. Okay, and these profiles will change based on the type of work you want. So it will allow you to have multiple profiles. So it says there's a general profile, there's a special profile. Your special profile can be 100% new, or it can be partly from your general profile and some new things. Where are you based? Fine. Then you make your whole profile. Okay, so a lot of these details are needed, and this is how it looks like. A lot of times we make the profile, but then we don't see what it looks like to a client. And then when you realize after 3 months that you're not getting work and you look at your profile, you're like, oh my God, what did I make? This such a juvenile profile. When you build a profile for contract law work, this is what a specialized profile looks like. It asks you, create a new specialized profile, create from general profile. Then it asks you, customize your profile. Now you select a specialty. So I typed legal and I got general counsel, intellectual property law, paralegal. Okay. Now, by the way, if you are helping clients with Indian work and you want foreign clients who are investing in India, then also you can use this. Okay. Foreign clients entering India, you want to do legal work for them, then also you can use the platform. So these were the biggest categories that I found: general counsel, intellectual property law, paralegal, contract law falls in paralegal, and some parts of general counsel. Then you choose this. They'll ask you for skills and they will list some skills. They'll ask you to list some more skills. Then you again create a title and a professional overview. Okay. Then video introduction is here. Make sure you give it. Then the whole section on testimonials I showed you, this is super, super important. And here, look, it says showcase your skills with non-Upwork client testimonials. So if you've done work outside through LinkedIn, you got somebody and you showcase their testimonial here, it's totally possible. So you can, if you don't get work here initially, you get work outside through your LinkedIn efforts, then you use that to get work here. Okay. Now let us look at what is important to make a good proposal. First thing, you have to get the attention of your client. You will not get the attention of your client in your proposal. In your profile, you can say what your background is, but in your proposal, your first thing will not be, I am a lawyer with 8 years of experience and I've done 20 contracts. I can do any kind of contract. All that will not get intrigue. You have to say something that really gets them interested, right? Stories create intrigue as well. Okay. And some, if you introduce differently, you introduce with data, that creates a intrigue as well. My existing clients trust me to solve all their legal needs around technology. I've drafted 500 contracts in the past for licensing this and this, but keeping it limited, not saying I do everything under the sun. Okay. So intrigue is really important. It should catch their imagination. One of the things that helps in creating intrigue is you're showing that you understand their pain point. What's a pain point? The pain point is not that I don't have a lawyer or I can't afford a lawyer. The pain point is that I need to get this deal done and I don't know how to protect my interest. I don't know how to deal with Netflix or similar companies when I am a music producer, or when I am a movie producer. Okay, that's a pain point. I don't know how to negotiate my royalties. I don't know what it'll do with my work. Hourly work rate has to be mentioned based on, see, currency. We talked about arbitrage, right? If a US lawyer is charging $50 or $100, you can charge how much? You can charge $20, $10. That is how you do the hourly rate at the moment. But when people are listing work, some people will give you a fixed fee work. There you can't charge hourly. They'll say the project is $50. You can't charge hourly for it. So a proposal is always made in the face of a project. So you will not mention random pain points that are not relevant to the project. Correct? So if somebody needs a lawyer to do a shareholders agreement in Australia, you will talk about only that pain point, and then you have to ask whether this is for founders or for investor, and you will only deal with that pain point. Okay, you have to demonstrate that you understand it, and second, that you have to say that you have solved it or you can solve it. Okay, and you'll also say how you've solved it in the past, and you will always invite people. So you want to increase the energy in the conversation, you want to increase the interaction, so you ask them again and again to jump on a Zoom call with you. Okay, face-to-face interaction, exchange of money is exchange of energy is really important. They should keep getting value. See, when you're giving someone value, no, it's very easy for you to cut off at a particular point and say, okay, now this is free. Now I want to discuss with you the structured plan because I've been giving you all this value for free. Now I'm going to do paid work. So this much I will do for you. This is free. The risk is on me. But after that, we need to get on a paid arrangement for me to continue. Explain the mechanism of how this is workable and how it will take place. So how will you solve the problem? Okay, the how, the mechanism, how it will take place. You saw those plans. It said these many iterations, these are the prices, this is in how much days I will give you the work, this is the size of the contract. Explain the competitive advantage. Why should I give you the work and not others? What are the benefits of giving me the work? Okay, what are the benefits of giving me the work? Everybody in every situation has one competitive advantage. It's the client's choice not to trust it, but the problem that you make is most of you don't know your competitive advantage, and most of you don't know the pain points. How do you have that competitive advantage considering you're a novice in this field? So you tell me who will do the work better than you. If you already know how to do the work, then why will somebody else do it better than you? And competitive advantage is what? Your price, your quality of service, the time and attention you give to the person. Okay, so you need to know how to do the work. But like, I'll give you an example why a lot of companies prefer small law firms or independent practitioners to big law firms, because they get more partner level time, because an independent practitioner who's got experience in the area will charge maybe as much sometimes as the big law firm, or maybe 20% lesser, but will give way more attention to the matter. Okay, so the competitive advantage as compared to a big law firm is my time, and I know the work, in comparison to a big law firm if they put junior associates on it. Okay, competitive advantage over first and second year associates in law firms in your college itself. Okay, by the way, so what happened in the case of Facebook with 𝗴𝗿𝗚 and Mark Zuckerberg? There's a whole story about how new shares were issued by Sequoia when Sequoia was investing. Michael Moritz was investing that time. New shares were issued. Severin got diluted. Okay, Severin still is a billionaire based in Singapore, but the percentage of shares he held in Facebook got diluted, and he signed the contract without reading it. Okay, and the contract allowed that to happen. That was the most important thing. So you have to understand, now you can share this story to give an example of how protecting your interest as a co-founder is very important and how you will take care of your client's interest. This creates intrigue. You have proven stories, case studies, and testimonials. This is very important. Okay, so whatever stories you can get, whatever testimonials of work. So that's why LinkedIn also can be used in combination. Also, you can start with lower pricing on Upwork and then add here. Then there are people, you may help a startup entrepreneur for 1 month for free. Okay, and you may do an internship there, and you can have that as a testimonial. Okay, so we tell you a lot about doing internships at startups, right? So if you learn the work, let's say you learn contract drafting, work for a month or 2 or 3 with a startup, and then you say, please give us a testimonial here. Then you work for another startup. So that way also you will have testimonials on your profile. I'm ready to demonstrate this at my own cost. This means that you will take the risk that it doesn't work out, at least for a substantial portion of the first work. After that, you will continue to charge. All of you who are concerned that I'm a novice, I'm a first, I'm in second year, this is what you need to use, and you need to have the skills. Because if you say I'll do free work but I don't know anything, people will not even trust you with that, because it's going to take their time and effort. Okay, next, I'm talking to several potential clients. So I have limited availability. I'm going to give you personal attention to your work. Now I have 3 other clients I'm talking to. So once we close this, I can commit my time and I can give their work. I can do their work after that. So if this work is urgent, please let me know. And then please pay me the advance or give me a go ahead so that I can start work. So this is a very subtle way to close the transaction. Okay. Make your offer. Your offer is what? So this is, give me a go ahead. This is how we go ahead. You pay the advance. Let me know which phase of the work you want me to go for, and then tell me, and I'll go ahead. Okay, this is the advance. This is the bank account details. This is the time. Your clear time is there. Now I will turn around in 3 days. This is the length of the solution that I'm providing.